Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. So today I want to have a quick chat with you and give you some awesome tips basically on how to get the body you want, how to get a better body composition. Reason for this is I went into the gym yesterday and I realised I hadn't had a body fat test done for probably 2 or 3 months. And I was like, well, let's just have a look what it is. And it came out really low. Kind of still holding a little bit here, which I always do, but not too bad to be honest, since I haven't been trying. So I want to set a scene for you guys and give you the picture basically on my view how to do it and how I've done it so far for the normal person. You guys probably think because I'm a fitness trainer and I do YouTube with Leon that I train 24/7. That's not the case. I'm a normal guy. I train 5 times a week, probably for an hour. So let's get down to the tips. So the first thing I want to talk about is basically your gut health. It's your first line of defense or attack, whichever way you want to look at it. So people say you are what you eat. Yeah, you are kind of, but it's more like you are what you can absorb. So not everyone's gut is working 100%, unfortunately. They might have lots of problems in there, might have inflammatory conditions because of the stuff they've been eating. Their flora might not be right, and these are all things that are going to affect your body composition, your health, your well-being, your happiness, everything. So a lot of you guys might have issues, and a lot of people don't know, with things like gluten and wheat. You might have bread and you feel really lethargic and you're like, oh, I feel sleepy, or you might get bloated, or it could be more serious things. So if that's something that you think you might have, maybe just try cutting out wheat and gluten for 4 weeks. Introduce it back in again, and if you start having problems again, you know you've got an issue with them. Second thing I want to talk about is kind of my diet and how I eat. I love the way I eat. I think it's literally the nicest way to eat. Like, people think, oh, you eat like a rabbit, but then they see my food, they're like, I want that pretty much on every meal. So I worked with Rich Lavac from Polytype Nutrition, who helped me out loads. My diet was pretty good, he said himself, but my carb timing wasn't great. So first thing in the morning, a lot of people reach for sugar and stuff like that, the cereal, a lot of sugar in your tea. Problem is with that, is that you get a nice sugar spike and you feel great, but then 2 hours later, come 10 o'clock, you're down in the pits where you've gone hypoglycemic, where your sugar's all run out, you're like, oh, I feel rubbish. So then you need to pick me up. So what do you go for? You go for the chocolate, or you go for more sugar. And it's a vicious cycle of that all day. So my morning diet, and it works pretty well for me, is I'll have a high fat, high protein kind of breakfast. So that could be steak. That could be, what I quite like having, to be honest, is 6-ounce burgers, organic beef burgers from the butchers in Norwich, which is awesome. I'll stick an egg on top of that, normally poached egg, sometimes cooked in coconut oil, and I will have tons of veg. All my meals have stupid amounts of vegetables in it. Loads of green veg. It's so important. That's going to help alkalise the body. Don't stop ringing now. Oi, you, phone, where are you? Sorry guys. It was Leon, but I just put him on hold. We'll talk to him in a minute. So, tons of veg, really important. It's going to be alkalising on your body, because meat can be quite acidic. It's going to be full of fibre to help clear you out. So it's really important. Veggies are awesome. They really are. I can't stress it enough. Things like spinach, kale, broccoli, whatever you want to get involved, just get loads of veg in. That is so important. I can't stress it enough. I'll try and eat within every 4 hours just to keep protein synthesis going, keep it up-regulated. My second meal a day would be something quite similar. It might be a salad, it might be chicken, it might be beef, it might be steak, whatever it may be. But it's still going to be plenty of veg, good quality meat. Then I'll train in the afternoon. Post-workout, I'll have a protein shake and I'll probably have a banana in it just to take advantage of a little bit of an insulin spike. Then my last meal of the day is when I'm going to have some of my carbs, if I'm training the next day especially. So that might, if it's post-workout, it's going to be jasmine rice, it's quite high GI. If not, it's probably going to be sweet potato, or it's going to be basmati rice or something like that, because I don't particularly like the wheat or gluten based carbohydrates. I have no issues with them, but to be honest, after reading books and stuff like that, they're just not my favourite. They're not my go-to choice, and I really like sweet potato cooked in a George Foreman. Oh yeah. Next thing is you personally. I lived in Australia for a long time, and when I was out there, I got a lot heavier. I mean, I got up to, I'll find a picture, see if I can put it up. I got to 83 kilos, bearing in mind I'm now 80 kilos, and I probably had about 6 kilos less of muscle. So my body fat had gone up. I mean, I wasn't fat, but I was nowhere where I wanted to be. And the truth behind that is because I wasn't happy. One, I didn't have a massive amount of knowledge, that's part of it, but I wasn't happy. As soon as I come home, my sister was having a baby, I come home to see her, I got my friends around me again, and I was super happy. The weight just fell off me. Do you mean you get the stress from cortisol, stuff that you don't want too much of that in life. Our life is stressful enough as it is, okay? So enjoy the things of life. I put a good tweet up yesterday. What did it say? Life's too short. Laugh when you can, apologise when you should, enjoy it, and don't forget to smile. So, do you know what I mean? It's all about your kind of take on things. If you're positive, positive things are going to happen around you. I believe that absolutely wholeheartedly. I've even got a tattoo on my side that says "Make your own luck," which I had carried in my wallet for a long time, and then I finally had it done when I was in Australia, because I think positive things attract other positive things. If you're positive, for example, if you're going for a job interview and you ring them up, I know, every week for a year, they'll probably be really sick of you, but when that job comes free, you're the first person that pops in their head. You've already got one foot in the door. When you're going out on a date, if you go and meet someone, you're like, oh, I'm super excited about this, oh, this is cool, rather than, oh, I'm just doing the same old thing, you know. Who do you think they're going to be more attracted to? The person that's got drive, the person who's positive about their life, who wants to do things. So there's a lot of people in this world who give you give a lot to, in terms of positivity, reinforcement, and they give you very little back. I've been through that part of my life, me and Leon both have, and we kind of distance ourselves away from people like that, because it's not positive for me and where I want to be. So my training is pretty spot on at the moment. I'm really, really happy with it. I got the all clear from the osteopath. I couldn't squat or deadlift for 4 months, had a bit of an injury, and I've come back now stronger than ever. I've just got to strengthen my glutes up a little bit, and we are firing away. So I've just got that buzz to train. I love training so much. My life is fitness. It probably sounds quite sad to some people, but I love every aspect of it. I absolutely wake up to help people, to train, to get involved with it. I fucking love it, basically. So training, I adapt that. I do stuff that I'm going to enjoy. It's fun for me, but it's still going to challenge me. Like, I'll get a dirty bass line on in my head, whatever it may be, awesome soundtrack, and just go hard, basically. If I'm lifting weights, I'm going to work till failure. I'm going to work to failure. If I'm doing cardio, if it's HIIT training, it's going to be tough. If it's HIIT training, it's going to be tough. I'm not going to want to do any more than 10 15 minutes, because it's going to be too hard. Steady state cardio, if you had quite a stressful week, or you do a lot of HIIT training, that's an alternative for you. It's a little less stress on the body, but I find it can be quite boring. So if you've got a podcast to listen, I just went to upload and realised my battery had cut out, so I'm just going to jump in real quick. So yeah, if you're on a treadmill and you find it quite boring, find a podcast or stuff that's going to help you out to keep you going through it. And keep learning. That's the most important thing. Listen to podcasts, read books, because you might pick something up that's an absolute gem, and you change a little bit of your diet and it makes a big difference. So it might not make a massive difference doing one thing, but if you find 100 things and they all change you by 1%, you just completely doubled your effort of what you've done. You've just improved tenfold of everything that you've just done. So find little things and make a big change. So it might be that at the moment you cook with vegetable oil and you found out that coconut oil is better for you, so you cook with that instead. It's a little change, but all these things stacked up are going to make a big difference. So I'm going to cut this real quick now because it's gone on quite long. But what I wanted to say, basically, they're all intertwined. You've got the big circle. You've got your support and your happiness and your friends around you. Then you've got your diet. You've got to eat your diet well. If you're dieting well, that makes you train well. If you're eating well, it makes your gut well. Do you know what I mean? They all kind of link together. So I just want to help guys, basically. I love everything I do. I love training. I want to help you guys. I want to help people. That's what I do it for. So this is my take on what it takes to improve your health, and with your health comes your body composition as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you all soon. Sorry about the camera cut. Alright, bye-bye.